mobile in its working mode, and my computer is a little, or my mobile rather, is a little slow. It's better if you go in and see it for yourself, I guess. So that's the new system, and hopefully without all the craziness in regards of what we see. And it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Looks like a phone. So to talk about the CPU and all that, why that was. Anyway, what you saw in the video is the prototype of the Librem 5 hardware, and it has nearly identical specs to the ones we're putting into production later this year. And as you can see, it is running our own pure OS mobile operating system. We are proud to show off the fact that the Librem 5 is not built on Android nor iOS. All the basic functionality is still in pre-release state, and more progress is constantly happening around the clock, which means even more apps are making it into the pure OS store regularly. Q3 2019 shipping the Librem 5. But all this leads us to the aforementioned 1/4 shipping adjustment. The previous Q2 estimate is now confirmed for Q3 product shipping. This accounts for the time it took us to probably benchmark test the newest CPU choices from NXP for the Librem 5, and the question of whether or not to choose the IMX8M Quad or the IMX8M Mini mean we have adjusted our delivery plan slightly, as we have previously announced. The EMX8M Quad CPU had known errata issues in the silicon itself, and this was the root cause for the delay, detour, and need for research about potential alternatives. On one hand, the IMX8M Quad silicon issues meant not only that the temperature of the battery was way too high, but also that it could discharge too quickly. Now, in regards of being the temperature being too high, I'm thinking, with a bigger battery that might actually go down. So if, at least on my mobile, having a bigger battery takes a lot of the heat of the mobile itself. It's incredible. Yeah, if you have the standard battery in the mobile, it can get so hot so you can nearly not hold it. But if you have like a double size battery in it, it really takes off a lot of the heat. I don't know in regards of a double size and a three doubles, or what do you call it, where it's like 3 times the size. I'm not sure how much difference there actually is. I don't remember there was actually that much difference when I tested it, but just the double size just makes it much more much less in regards of heat and all that. But of course, in regards of camera mode and all that, it really, that's something that really heats the mobile. When you're doing camera for a long time and it's in the mode of, I guess that's one of the things that I guess you have to be a little concerned about if you want to do longer videos in regards of, because it can be a problem if you're recording and it gets so hot, so it closes down the recording. That's not going to work. But anyway, I guess that would, the biggest battery would probably be the best one for that, to take, to work like a heat sink. I think it's called a heat sink. Anyway, to take the heat off the mobile. Anyway, but also that it could discharge too quickly. Oh no, we have a problem again. Give me a break. The network status is poor. What are you talking about? You're not even uploading that much, Apparently it has problems. Sorry. But that was the specs and all that. Again, I should probably not do these live sessions, but again, I don't have room on my mobile at the moment, so I'm still, actually, in regards of my hard drive that they wanted to send, they just sent it like yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I ordered it like Friday, things fixed. And you can pretty much just put a card in that. I still could use more actually than 1 GB, but yeah, it's sorry, 1 TB. So, no, what is it? No, 1 TB. Sorry, 1 TB. I guess it's up to now. I have 400 GB at the moment, but as you can see, my card are pretty much my storage space is pretty much full. 8 GB internal and 4.59 GB of SD. But I can, if I begin to look into it, I could probably fix it down. So I thought I had so much space, so I just put, FLAC files on it and all that, and music, all my music. Not that I have that much, but it began to really grow on the more than I expected, but I was like sitting there in the beginning, what am I going to use all that space for, 400 GB. Well, apparently it went actually pretty quick. So anyway, and then the month of February began, and something also unexpected happened. NXP released a new software stack for our first CPU choice, the IMX, or maybe it's 1MX8M or something like that. Maybe it's a Latin number, who knows. And all of the power consumptions and heat issues suddenly disappeared. So they're testing these two, and apparently the first one then did quad CPU we chose. And a little bit more about the possible alternative. We have chosen the IMX8M quad CPU because the power consumption issues can be dealt with in software. And ultimately that means we don't have to change the hardware to solve this issue. Full fabrication will begin for the Librem 5 with the specification we described before. So here we have the CPU, how much. It doesn't really have that much internal storage, I must say, But again, if most of it, if you can put it on the memory card, still silliness that they tend to put. So even if it's only 32 GB, that actually might actually go a long way, because when you look on open source applications and all that, they tend to actually not fill that much compared to those company programs and all that. It's incredible how much smaller they actually can be. They just some of these open source applications just do what they do, instead of filling it with all these things that is not needed. So that's great. Okay, I got a message on YouTube and all that. Okay, great. It's very funny. Oh, not funny. It's actually very sad. I have a lot of. I don't really have that many users on Facebook, but Facebook is really, really not telling me when people are, liking something or replying to me. Facebook really, really sucks at the moment for me. It's incredible how many times I go back to a topic and I haven't gotten anything back from Facebook. And, then there are messages, or there are many of these likes or not likes and all that. But, Facebook never telling me about it. It's like, but it shows me, it gives me, all the things I don't need or don't want or don't, so it's Facebook really, really is, I don't know if it's on purpose from their side, they control a lot of things, and if they don't want me to mess up with, you hear a lot of things for sure in these days where they try to, make it hard for the users, and also where these places where they ban people or censor people, and thereby people are going on other platforms and all that because they are getting headhunted by these platforms. And in regards of what shall we say, cheating in some sense, where you still think that you're writing on something and then it's just apparently shadow banned. I looked that up yesterday. Apparently there's this feature of shadow banning, so you can still write to something and think you write to people, and yet no people can see it. What disgusting thing is that? One thing is to ban someone. Tell them directly, hey, we banned you and all that. But shadow banning is just disgusting. It's very deceptive. Give me a break. So so the person just sits there and uses his time on writing things which no one actually sees, because those forums don't tell him that that is not shown. That's disgusting and very deceptive. One thing is that if the user don't want to see something from another user, and pretty much can block it away and all that. But another thing is if the companies are doing it directly from the source. That's just utterly disgusting. It's so demonic. It's just so deceptive. Tell the person that that he's blocked instead of anyway. The one MX8M quad is the most powerful CPU that has both a good operating temperature and a good battery life. I do wonder if it's in regards of heating up the battery, or what are we talking about? Having chosen the best possible CPU will provide us and you with an overall better hardware experience with better capabilities with a shorter integration path, meaning the integration with software platform. Anyway, so I really hope it works out for these guys. I don't really care how the mobile looks as long as it works. The looks is not really a concern of mine as long as the mobile works. Excitement increases. We recognize the importance of the Librem 5 phone and all the interest you have around it. You can rest assured, based on our historic delivery on our promises, we feel more comfortable in advancing towards the delivery of Librem 5 phone in the third quarter of 2019. We are also immensely grateful for all the support we've been receiving, both on our forums and on social media, and so proud of the progress our team is making. Grateful to our community for supporting our efforts as we work diligently to get the Librem 5 and all its societal benefits into people's hands. We think that both our team and the community deserve the very best. Yeah, great. Anyway, so that seems to be a pretty nice. That's from Todd Weaver. You can really see they give the user a lot of information of what is going on and all that. It's very nice. Now, of course, I can go to social media here, and let's see here where it was. Oh yeah, Librem 5, end of May, progress update, so many changes, kernel updates, making calls, messaging, adaptive UI improvements, documentation and more, plus some quick video clips demonstrating some of the software work, including running on dev. Where was the thing that he had here? And you can still pre-order the Librem smartphone. Shipping starts in Q3 for $649. Price go up to $699 soon as we prepare for launch. So you can get like $50 off. Where was the thing that I just wrote? There we go. So he boosted this from Purism apparently, so I can boost it as well. No, that wasn't it, was it? No. Where is the... Yeah, confirmed. There we go. So I can boost that one. So I boosted that, and when I boosted it, comes on my wall now. So a lot of these guys that I have is seemingly from the team of Purism, and there we go. Still have a little in regards of that elephant thing. They should fix that, but anyway. So here we go. I boosted it. Librem 5 smartphone running GNU Linux is confirmed for Q3 product shipping. So I have one follower. This one I think needs to go. That seems to be some. I haven't really got into it yet in regards, but I think it's like a porn bot or something like that, and I don't want that around. That's for sure. But this is then my page in regards. Still looking to see if more people comes on it and all that. So, but again.